Alright, we just flew back to the Pokemon League, but we're going to go back and check out Victory Road. There's still 2 valuable TMs, not to mention a legendary Pokemon you can get. So I'm going to slide down here now. Since I can fly back to the Pokemon League, it's so much easier to get back up there. So sliding down on that side, on the far left side there, that'll get you to the TM 93 Wild Charge. This is a very powerful electric type physical based attack. So that's something in its own right there. It does do some recoil damage though, so you can't keep using it, but it's very powerful. I think it has like 90 or so power. Great for physical based electric type attackers, and even non-electric type attackers. A lot can use it too. Now if you fall to the right of that guy, you'll slide way down and you'll get that nugget, that item that you saw back there way earlier and you couldn't really get. Well, it's a nugget, but it also takes you to this rather large chasm thingy. And there's some stuff in here, I think. Where is that hidden item? Oh, my dowsing machine is... It is going, but I need to find it. Oh, hell. Darn it! There we go. Alright, all fixed. Let's put that back, and we're going to find the hidden item. There we go. It is a max revive right here. Cool. That'll come in handy for the Elite Four. Definitely. And there's also a max potion hiding out over here, too. Neat. So, climb these steps, and we will reach the top here. And what's up here? Where am I? Oh, yeah, that's where I am. This is where you can get TM2, Dragon Claw. Now that's another awesome Dragon-type attack. It's, I think, the only Dragon-type attack other than Dragon Tail that you can learn via TM now, because they got rid of Dragon Pulse. So it's a very good move to teach any of your Pokemon that can learn it. It's generally better than normal-type attacks. A little weaker, but it's not resisted by, like, well, by rock, really. And it's super effective against dragons, for goodness sakes. That's great. And I'll give you a hint, you'll probably be fighting against some dragons coming up. Hint, hint. Kinda. Not as many as you think, though. Okay, also the Swirling Dust. You will run into the Swirling Dust in here, and you can find all the normal items, but you'll also run into Excadrill instead of Drillbur in here. Yeah, that's right, you'll run into Excadrill rather than the little tiny thingy. So if you don't have one yet, and you like them, they're really good Pokemon to use. Now's a good time to add one to your team, and you can train it up a bit too. So, remember those stairs I showed you earlier that I said I'd go back to later? Well, go down there, push that boulder aside, and then you can get to the Trial Chamber, which is where you will find Terrakion. Now, you can only go here if you have already unlocked the Cobalion stuff. So you need to have encountered Cobalion before you can even access this place. It's sealed off unless you've done that. So, if you haven't done that yet, go and find Cobalion. You can find him in the Mistralton Cave on Route 6, which requires Surf. Now, I recommend saving before you fight this thing. Growl! Alright, well, yeah, save before you fight him, just in case. You never know what could happen. So here it is, Terrakion, the last of the Musketeer Trio, as they're oftentimes referred to as. Now this thing is a fighting rock type. How interesting. It's very fast, but even stronger. It has a lot of physical oomph to it. It has a very high attack stat. Very high. And, whoopsie, knocked it out by accident. I guess Wylia just didn't realize her own strength. It is pretty durable, so I'm just going to restart there. Yeah, see what I did? I just restarted and did a little bit of video splicing to cut out the boring parts. But yeah, so that didn't quite go well. This thing can take several hits, but I have to remember, I am still stronger than it is now. Unlike Virizion and Cobalion, who are a lot stronger than me when I was taking them on the first time around. So I'm going to send out Marriland this time, and I'm going to hope I don't knock it out again. It's using Retaliate. I wonder if it is retaliating from its previous knockout. Nah, it doesn't do extra damage for that. So even though Surf will be super effective, I'm just going to hope it... Oh, yes! Look at that. I called it. So try to get this thing as weak as possible, and then chuck dusk balls at it. You could also open up with a quick ball if you wanted, just to kind of see what happens, because it has an even higher catch rate. But otherwise, dusk balls are a great alternative, and they are the best thing you could use to catch this thing. Shy of catching it in a quick ball, but you don't get the chance to weaken it with a quick ball, so why would you do that? And okay, yeah, there are the people who say, oh, well, you can use a timer ball. Well, you could, but A, it's boring waiting 40 turns, and B, it's not that much more effective than a dusk ball anyway. So that's why dusk balls are really the way to go. If you can put it to sleep or paralyze it or something, and naturally I got rid of Thunder Wave, whoops. Cool, that's a big help. It improves the chances of you catching it. It's pretty tough to catch. It has only a catch rate of 3, so that's the equivalent of like Mewtwo and Articuno and stuff like that. Or any of the legendary Pokemon in this game, aside from the legendary you see on the box of your version, like Reshiram and Zekrom. But you're probably wondering, where on earth are they? Have I missed them? No, don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but I'll just say there's no possible way you can miss them throughout the game. Alright, so don't worry, you didn't miss out on something, and yeah. Okay, so back to Terrakion here. As you can see, it can use Rock Slide. I mean, I know that was a few turns ago, and it also has Sacred Sword. Those are two great attacks that it can use. Yay, I caught it! Awesome! And coupled with its high attack stat, it's really awesome. Its charge is strong enough to break through a giant castle wall in one blow! Nice! Want me one of them. Makes a great addition to your team, particularly if you're in need of a fighting or a rock type. Those two types are actually very helpful against the Elite Four and other trainers you may have to encounter. So I'll just say, if you want to have a good Pokemon type, fighting is a good one to have, particularly fighting-based attack or fighting type attacks. And rock is really good too. So I'm gonna heal up my Pokemon. And this is the inside of the Pokemon Center. It's actually in that little building there. I'll show you more on that in the next episode. But right now, I just want to show you that thingy. Yeah, there it is. Look at my Terrakion. Mild nature. Really underwhelming, but whatever. As you can see, very high attack, great speed, and even alright hit points. Yeah, not too bad. There's the other two. Whew, yep, that is it. So, here we are at the Pokemon League. Yep. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I might do a few specials, though, because we got to do some training before we take on the Elite Four. Not to mention buying some items.